Hey guys, what's up? Extreme 1000 here, and well, the Xbox One press conference was pretty recently. I believe it was the 21st. Today's the 23rd. A couple days back. I'm gonna tell you my thoughts on the press conference. I watched it. You can see it on IGN. I'm sure people have posted it to YouTube. Maybe IGN even did. I don't know. But go on the IGN website. I know it's there. First of all, the name of the console, the Xbox One. That could get really confusing. Because Xbox, I know that's what the first console is called, but you don't say my Xbox 360 every time, do you? No, you don't. So when people say Xbox One, people are going to think that they're talking about the first console that came out, which was the Xbox, which came out whenever it did. I don't know what year. I never had it, so yeah, so that's my thoughts on the name. Now the look of the console, it just looks awesome. It just looks cool. That's all I can say. And so does the Kinect and the controller. The controller looks pretty awesome. We'll just have to wait and see what that feels like playing with that thing. I think this is cool, where you could like close the window and open it with that. I know it has 3 operating systems running on it. It has the Xbox, it has Windows, and I think there's another one. I think the biggest leap from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One is the RAM, where the Xbox 360 had 512 megs of RAM, which is like, that's bad. You can't get much worse than that. And the Xbox One's gonna have 16 times the RAM of the Xbox 360, which is 8 gigabytes of RAM. That's amazing. Like, imagine all the stuff you can do with 8 gigabytes of RAM. Now, my PC has 8 gigabytes of RAM, so tell me why it can't run Black Ops 2. Someone explain that to me. Anyway, the press conference. It was awesome. No, it wasn't. I don't know why I said it was awesome, because it really wasn't. It wasn't. It was so underwhelming, in fact. Why did I say it was awesome? They showed too much apps. Too much TV, Hulu, Netflix, music, things like that. It's a gaming console. Can't we just play games on it? Like, I don't give a crap about anything on the Xbox One that doesn't have to do with games. I just never use any other app or anything that has to do with it other than the games, and I just want better games. Now I think they didn't show that many of games. They showed new EA Sports games. They showed Forza Motorsport 5, and of course Call of Duty Ghosts. Call of Duty Ghosts looks pretty awesome. The new engine is pretty good. It's very, very detailed, and it just looks really awesome. And but when I was watching the trailer, I was never like, wow, this looks really good. Like, it was so underwhelming to me. I don't know why. It just seems like they could have done, I don't know. The people they showed was so detailed and everything outside the game, but when they were showing the reveal trailer for it, it just didn't really seem that great. Some people are arguing that it looks the same as other Call of Duties, and that is completely wrong. It does look better than previous Call of Duties, but it didn't stun me with its graphics. One big announcement they made is the Halo TV series. They're having a Halo live TV series, and Steven Spielberg is involved. I don't know if he's producing it or directing it. I don't know. I hope he's directing it, because I like Steven Spielberg. I really hope he's directing it. But if he produces it, I'm sure he'll do a good job with producing it too. Xbox One, PS4, the conferences. The Xbox One conference, it was so underwhelming. I don't feel like it built up enough hype for the Xbox One. And I can see why, though, because they are releasing this press conference a month before E3. So I think that they'll do a much better job at E3 than they did here, because I want to see more games. I want to see what the Xbox One can do with games, because I'm sure that's what most people are thinking. At least I hope so. Because, yeah. The PS4, the PlayStation 4 press conference was great. I was so excited for the PS4, and I'm like, wow, Microsoft is going to see what the PS4 is doing, and they're just going to build on top of that and make it this amazing console that's going to be way better than the PS4. I don't feel like they accomplished that. The PS4 still looks superior, actually. There are two reasons why I would rather buy the Xbox One than the PS4. Those reasons are, number one, the controller, and number two, the exclusives, more specifically, Halo. Halo has been an Xbox exclusive since the beginning of Halo and the beginning of the Xbox. Xbox Combat Evolved was released for the original Xbox, and many people say that's the only reason it was successful, because of that game, which may very well be true, because I know a lot of the games for that console were pretty crappy. I've played a few of them, and they're not really that great, but they're okay. Anyway, Halo has been just a big part of the Xbox forever, and I think that is a big reason why I'm going to stick with the Xbox and the controller. The controller is just, it feels so comfortable. The DualShock controller, which is, if you don't know what the DualShock controller is, that's what they call the controllers for the PlayStation consoles. The DualShock 3 is for the PS3, DualShock 2 for PS2, and you understand. The DualShock 4, which is the one that's coming out for the PS4, obviously, has a touchpad in it, which, is kind of stupid. They did that with the PS Vita, so I guess, this is not really that big of a surprise that they're doing it with this too. But, yeah. The games for the PS4 just looked so amazing. I just feel like that Sony did so much better with Microsoft than with their press conferences, but knowing Sony, especially with the PS Vita, they had too much at launch and not enough to follow up on it. The PS Vita is not good with sales at all. The PS Vita is just bad. Yeah, I think that Microsoft's gonna kill it at E3 though. They're gonna be great at E3 because they announced that they're gonna have 15 exclusives for the Xbox One in the first year. That is a lot. That's, if you do the math, what is that like? That's more than one game per month. Really, it's like one, I don't know, point something per month, which obviously means there's going to be one or two per month, which is just great. I cannot wait for all these exclusives to come out, especially Halo. But think about this. When do you think the Xbox One is going to come out? Now, let's say that Halo comes out this year. A year after Halo 4. That's pushing it. That is pushing it. It's not pushing it for a Call of Duty game because Call of Duty has two different companies working on it, which is actually still kind of a push. I hope that Halo is not one of those exclusives coming out in the first year. As much as I love Halo, I would rather have better content than more content. Or both. You see, you need time. Developers need time to make good, longer, more content games. And 1 year, or even 2 years. I mean, if it comes out the next year after the Xbox One comes out, like at the end of the first year, and that's like the 15th or whatever, that's still not gonna, that's still kind of pushing it, and I really hope they don't do that. I think, if I had to guess, I hope that a new Halo would be coming out in 2015. That seems like a reasonable time to me. Yeah, I'm getting off topic. I'm talking about PS4 and Halo games and all that. I'm trying to focus on the Xbox One here. I'm just giving you guys my opinion. And, yeah, let's have a conversation, man. Just go in the comments, say what your opinions were, opinions on this video. Like, subscribe, whatever you gotta do. Just get the word out. Let's all talk and, see what's going on. Let's follow it. So, to wrap things up, I think Microsoft, you can really look forward to Microsoft C3, because I think they're going to talk about the 15 exclusives that they mentioned. I think PS4, I wouldn't expect Sony to do that great at E3, although I think they're going to do good. I think Microsoft is going to do better at E3. With their press conferences. Nintendo's not having a press conference, so I don't know. Nintendo, just, you screwed up not having a press conference. You have to have a press conference. It's just, of course they're going to show Super Smash Brothers, which is a huge announcement, and they're not going to have a press conference to support this announcement. I just think that's a terrible move on their part. As I said in a video, go back and watch that one. It's basically just me saying what I am saying now, but longer. I guess that's it, so bye.